Ready or not. Ready or not. Here I come. Can't hide. Gonna fly.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Anthony yet again with another video where you get to listen, you get to watch, and you also get to learn as you follow along with the different videos and topics that we are going to be talking about. Now, if you have not had a chance, be sure to like and subscribe so that you can continue to follow along with the channel and the different things that we're going to be dropping. And, so that you can stay connected and in tune with what it is that we are doing. So today's video might be long, it might be short. We don't really ever know. We just go with the flow, right? So today's topic is going to be about drifting. Now, you might see the thumbnail or seen the thumbnail and was just like, yo, that's pretty cool. Like, wow, somebody's drifting like Tokyo Drift, right? Well, if a person actually learns how to drift while driving, that is a pretty cool thing. That is something that is pretty intriguing, that is pretty interesting, and it's also exhilarating. People love things that get their blood pumping in the right way. But in this video, we're going to be talking about the drift, or when we tend to drift. And the reason I'm talking about that is because, like, I was driving to a city today that was about 2 hours away from where I live. And at one point, like, my mind drifted into a certain thought, or just drifted into like daydreaming, and like the car also drifted as well. And like, the reason I'm talking about that is because sometimes, just like my mind drifted while I was driving and the car also drifted to the side of the road, sometimes our lives begin to drift accordingly to what we're thinking or what we're focusing on. And sometimes like, for the people who learn how to drift and learn how to do it to race, cool, do that. But I wouldn't recommend learning how to drift with your life, because your life could drift into a lane where you can't get out, or your life could drift into an area where you're stuck, or your life can even drift into an area where it actually means certain death. No one knows, but we just know that drifting is not good. And sometimes we even drift in our thoughts. And if we drift long enough within our thoughts, sometimes our life will actually drift in that direction, simply because you kept allowing your mind to go in that certain direction. And a lot of people don't know that when your mind drifts, you actually start, if you allow it to drift into a certain flow or to a certain thought so many times, you will unconsciously create a reality or cause your life to go in the direction of that thing that you keep mentally drifting on. So like, yes, this video is about drifting, whether it's your life, whether it's actual physically driving, or even just unconsciously going off into patterns that are not beneficial for your life. Simply because drifting could be dangerous. Whether you're like, think about every time you've been driving and someone else was drifting over into your lane because they probably was on their phone, not knowing that they're about to potentially mess up your car and their car. And if it goes beyond that, it could be fatal, for where they could either cause the death of their own life or even cause the death of somebody else's life. So like, when I'm speaking about this, we all know that drifting can be a very dangerous thing. And sometimes we as people just unconsciously drift, mentally, physically, spiritually. And if you have found yourself drifting in life, and you're just drifting into things that you know you shouldn't be doing, or drifting into thought patterns that you know that, hey, this is not beneficial, this is not adding any value to my life, then now it's time for you to, hey, get the steering wheel back straight. Because sometimes our lives, we drift, and then, oh snap, got to get back on track. Or we drift, oh snap, got to get back on track. We have to do the same thing with our lives on a day-to-day basis. On a day-to-day basis, people are drifting into drugs. People are drifting into sex. People are drifting into meaningless relationships. People are drifting into pointless spending, literally drifting into things that is just like this. Like, this ain't getting me to where I'm trying to go. You're trying to go here and you keep allowing your mind to drift there or to drift there into things that add no value to where it is that you really want to end up. So with the drifting, if you want to have fun with it, have fun with it, because a lot of people are Tokyo drifting with their lives daily, and it's dangerous. Yes, I know I just pulled out a whole movie reference, but a lot of people are out here really doing it. They're Tokyo drifting with their lives on a day-to-day basis. Smoking, partying, drinking, having meaningless sex, chasing countless amount of drugs, chasing countless amount of promises that are empty. So, and they look up and they try to figure out, how did I get here? You drifted. You drifted to the max. And it was so fun that you did not realize that you literally drifted your life into a tree. You drifted your life into a ditch. You drifted your life off a bridge. And you look up and there's no one there to help you. Because it's like, it's to a point of no return. But some of you that's watching this right now, you've allowed your life to drift, but you are in a place for where you can literally get the steering wheel and get back on track. Stay on the highway, literally stay within the lanes that it is that have been made for you, so that your life can actually end up to the point, or get to the location that it is that you know that you want to get to. Rather than you ending up at a dead end road or in the boonies, or looking up and you somewhere in the mountains, like off a freaking scene from The Hills Have Eyes, and you don't know what didn't happen. But yet you still have the power to take your hands, put them on the steering wheel, and focus on the road. Focus on your destination. Focus on the direction that it is that you have to go. You have to get your focus back up so that you will not look up and say, oh my gosh, how has my life gotten here? And a lot of you see people on a day-to-day basis that's actually experiencing that to this day. Some people who are homeless, they just drifted. Some people who don't have jobs, they just drifted. Some people who lost their families, they just drifted. They drifted so long that they got good at drifting, not realizing that they were putting their lives in danger. Man. So in this video about the drift, are you drifting? Have you found yourself just drifting into patterns that are not beneficial to your life, that are not going to add any substance to your life? And if that's you, man, I really hope you just pay attention to this video. You listen to the whole thing. It's not going to be long. But if that's you, hey, line the car back up. Line the mental car of your mind back up. Line your life back up. Do what you have to do to get back on the straight path so that you can end up where it is that you're trying to go. But that's all I have to say, man, because for every person, sometimes we drift. I even drift sometimes. Don't sit here and don't listen to this video thinking that, oh, this man, oh, he got it. Oh, he got it. I don't. I drift too sometimes. And I'm glad that I can actually see the stuff that I do so that I can come tell other people, hey, get back on point. Hey, get it together. Hey, straighten back up. So that you don't have to bump your head as many times as I bumped my head. And to this day, I'm still bumping my head. But I would love for people to be able to learn from the stuff that I'm learning so that they don't have to bump their heads as much. But until next time, man, y'all be great. Y'all be blessed. And I love y'all, and peace out.